Good morning, Teresa. This is Mark Anthony with Joe Roofing. I am on top of your location, and I want to give you and the board members a video so you can see exactly what's going on the property. So I came up onto one of the ladders where the silicone seems to be newer compared to the other ones. As you can see, they're all darker. There's discoloration. There's also the material that is starting to degrade there, as well as in sections over here. So I want to show you something on this portion because this is newer. So with that being said, see this wrinkling right here? All this material. So what they did, they used a very, very cheap non-commercial grade silicone on top of this roof. So with that being done, they also didn't use a primer. And the reason why I could tell there's no primer here, because this material right here, see how I can just take it and I can just start pulling this up, and you can see how it's moving with my finger. It's not adhering to the surface. I can literally take this material and just tear it right off. This is just poorly done. So they didn't put the correct amount. With the correct amount of silicone, you should not be able to see any of the roofing material underneath this. So most of this will have to be scraped and stripped off, which is fine. I like working with a new, clean foundation. So this is the section that is newer. You have sections like this that is clearly older from the first time being done. Also, one thing that I wanted to note, in each 10 by 10 section, which is roughly from here to there, you're supposed to use 3 gallons of silicone material. I think maybe they used a complete 5-gallon bucket on this and just smeared it on, hoping that it would stop any of the leaking. So I will work my way down to the lower level so that we can start looking at some of the stuff down there as well. So please excuse the little bit of bumpiness as I go down the ladder. Okay, sorry about that. So on the lower level, which is the level that we originally came to, you can see how, once again, very thin material being used in this section. That's why it's peeling off here. It's wrinkling here, and you can see the multiple areas of cracking where you can see the actual base underneath. Back here, you can see how it's also starting to degrade. Big chunks are coming off over here. Right there, I'm sorry. And there are other areas where the material is just literally cracking as we go. So this is just in this small section over here. Once again, more areas where it's starting to fall apart. You have a crack right there. And it was in one of the sections where the water is ponding. Yes, right here. So you can see how the material is starting to separate, and this is going to be a nice leak because it's ponding right here. Over in this area, you can see the same exact things going on here, where the material is starting to fall apart. Back section over here, it looks like they came over here with a second very, very thin coat as well. And it's just not a really great job. See how it's cracking and falling apart here? So the good thing is that there's only one coating up here technically, even though they've tried to attempt putting 2 coats on here. We can salvage this, and we can basically power wash, get it cleaned up, and put the correct amount of silicone to salvage this roof. So I will get this quote over to you. More areas where it's falling apart here as well. And that's pretty much the entire roof. Right there, you can see the same exact thing. So I'll get this over to you a little bit later on today. I'm not going to continuously do an entire check of the roof. This is basically what we're dealing with. And then you and the board can make a decision. All right. Have a great day.